It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is three professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm your host, Josh. I'm joined by Caleb.
Hi.
And Gabe.
Hi.
And today we have a big question to get to.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Caleb, did you have something?
No.
Okay. Because I do have, lots of kind of current events have been on my mind recently.
Oh, have you been thinking about a lot of stuff?
Yeah. And I wrote a little poem about kind of some things that are going on in the world.
Well, this is what we need. We need to hear.
Yeah, like at this point, art is really the only answer that you can have. Really high.
We hear too
level.
many talking heads, and we need to hear poems.
Yeah, we need to hear. We need to hear kind of like expression. Like sometimes you can express something in a way that cuts through sort of all of the dialogue about it.
Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
And too many talking heads, but we should just listen to the talking heads. Like
there should be some more listening
because
heads.
because they were making, what's that? Listening heads?
Yeah.
Too many talking heads. We need listening heads.
Yeah.
Well, I think, but I think you're right because they weren't making. David Byrne was making art.
He was.
Yeah.
And
Tina Weymouth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because that's been
Jerry
Randy Newman.
Randy Newman
in the talking.
He was not in the talking heads, but he was also making art.
Yeah, that's true.
Basquiat.
He wished they kind of wanted him there, though.
Yeah.
If he would have wanted to, he could have been part of the talking heads.
Yeah, Randy Newman? Oh, yeah. He has a very. I mean, I think he and David Byrne probably share some like neurodivergent tendencies. So here's my poem. What is real is real. Everything fine, Palestine. Spicy Middle East. How about a little peace?
Wow.
Wow.
Gabe
Wow.
Yeah. I'd say that's. But not only is it spicy, right, like you said, but it's kind of a hot take.
It's kind of a hot take.
A little bit.
Like how about we work towards peace?
Yeah, give peace a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't that, I don't know, does that seem like a step in the right direction?
I think so.
Yes.
I think those are words to live by.
If we could only do that, and it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys want to be? Do you guys want to have a war?
Right. It's like,
excuse me.
Yeah.
do we want war?
It seems like they want war.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It feels like for them to accomplish their goals,
Yeah.
it's going to have to be a war.
War is necessary.
And you're just like,
What you say?
war?
Yeah.
Yeah, not interested.
Yeah. And if you're noticing that there's some interesting sort of snippets of dialogue coming from Caleb's side of the room.
Uh-huh. Because, it's like 3D audio.
3D spatial audio. Turn your head towards Caleb.
That's right.
If you notice that, then it's Caleb's soundboard that he's using.
Yeah, I added some new clips to it, and so we've got some
some
new
hot
things.
hot new clips.
Yeah.
Like I improved the bite sound, which is like this.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
That's really nice. It's really
Very
hot.
crisp.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we've got this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's good.
That's cool, man. That's
Gabe was kind of, I don't know.
that's
Gabe was,
really hot, Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Did you-
was kind of saying that's
Hot, 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 hot,
And,
hot, hot, hot.
That's interesting because I was kind of curious if you noticed what Gabe said.
yeah, like
Or if you were like,
What you say?
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And then he said it again, and you still didn't quite hear it. So you said,
Excuse me.
so we're having fun with the soundboard.
an important tool in the improviser's tool belt.
"Yeah, that's what we are."
Yeah.
Improvisers. Guys,
Do they in France? Do they say improviser?
improviser.
Improviser.
I think they do.
Okay.
But let's hear what Justin says in English.
Oh.
Because we need to listen to Justin's question. I have a quick haiku for Justin. Stands on tippy toes. Fountain arcs water through air. Only drinks lost drops.
Oh, man. Those are lost drops.
Yeah, and that's called Justin drinking from the church water fountain.
And the janitor at the church is like,
Yeah, right. Oh boy,
Clean it up.
He's just following Justin around.
Justin, so
overtime, baby.
I don't know if that came through, but the idea is that Justin's not able to get his mouth up to where he can actually catch the full stream of water.
Right.
So he's just getting kind of the spatter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to be very efficient. So he's going to have to stand there for a long time, hold up the whole line behind him. And in the meantime, not all the drops are going to go in his mouth. They're going to go all over him. So then, yes, he's walking
all over the floor.
He's walking around wherever Justin's walking. There's a bit of water issue.
A slip hazard.
Yeah, the water's going up and then it's coming down.
Yep, that's true. So, without that's all you need to know about Justin before you hear his question. Let's listen.
Welcome back to another episode of Used Cars. I'm your host, Justin Hatcher, and this is the podcast where we use cars. Today, I'm joined by the good boys of Everybody Loves Glowing Questions, Gabe, Josh, and that other guy. Guys, today I wanted to ask you a question. I have a Toyota 4Runner that I'm looking to sell, and it's two-wheel drive, first of all. So can I sue Toyota for calling it a 4Runner? Secondly, so I have two questions. Guys, I'm sorry. You're so good at this, I had to ask you two questions. Oh, my gravy, isn't that just me? So I wanted to ask you guys, I'm looking to sell this car, and it's worth about it's worth $16,000 on CarMax. Now, we're still paying it off, unfortunately. Came with a marriage, you know what I mean? Isn't that the way it is? Guys, so we're still paying off. We got about $15,000 left to pay off on this car, and it's worth $16,000. So the idea was, well, let's get rid of that loan. Am I right? Dave Ramsey would be so proud of me, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna pay off that loan, but my sister-in-law is willing to. She thinks the car is just the bee's knees and wants it. She wants our car. Guys, I can't help it. So she wants the car. I want to give it to her, and she's willing to pay off the amount, the amount we still owe on that loan, $15,000, and is talking about giving us a 2013 Hyundai Santa Fe. That's a nice car. I mean, it's not that nice, but it's worth $13,000. Now, that is way out of our price range, but she's willing to trade the car and to pay off our loan. I think that's insane, and I've tried to talk her out of it because I care about her. She's my sister-in-law. Am I right, guys? She's my sister-in-law. So I know this is a little longer than the questions you usually expect, but, you guys say 1 minute. Well, you remember me. Justin, he thinks in dog years. He's a dog. He's a total dog guy. So this is 1 minute in dog years. So I tried to talk her out of it. I said, this doesn't make any sense. You could sell your car for $13,000 and buy a car just like ours for $15,000, and you'd really only be spending $2,000. But instead, what she's going to do, she's going to pay off our loan, which is worth $15,000, and then give us a $13,000 car. Now, she's willing to do it. I tried to talk her out of it. She's talked to people, and nobody can convince her to not sell this car. So ethically, do I take the car from my sister-in-law knowing that Thanksgiving could be a little awkward? Am I right, guys? I can't help it. I can't stop. Let me know what you guys think. As you know, I always appreciate it. All right, that's our show for today. Thanks, guys.
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Lots of pitfalls, lots of, tricky spots.
Yeah, this question it reminds me a little bit of Swiss Family Robinson.
You're right.
Yeah.
Lots of pitfalls.
Kind of constructed a whole
Right.
Yeah.
defensive.
This made me feel like I need to
What?
Just stop and think.
Oh, stop. Oh, yeah.
Put on the
Right. You were
brakes.
going
Put on the brakes.
You were going pretty fast, but then you were like,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was kind of going,
Yeah. And then you were like, let me stop for 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, let's stop
Yeah.
for 3 minutes.
For 3 minutes.
And 10 seconds.
yep,
Oh, okay. So over 3 minutes.
over
Yeah.
3 minutes. Yeah, I mean,
So, kind of the first thing I wanted to get down to.
Thank you.
Because I've got a problem with it.
yeah.
Is when Justin says that that what will make this okay is that it's in dog years.
Yeah, 1 minute in dog years.
Yeah, but that's not
Doesn't work.
that's
that
not
way.
how it works.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was
Guys,
thinking.
the math isn't mathing.
It's not mathing.
The dog years would be 365 days divided by 7, so that's 52 dog days. 52 human days equals 1 dog year.
Right.
Okay.
Okay? So 60 seconds divided by 7 is 8.6 seconds. So a dog minute is only 8.6 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this message is
more-
190 seconds long. That ends up being 27 dog minutes long.
That's and it feels like close to that for for
And
humans.
that's why he called it show at the end, because it's basically a half
It is a
show.
show.
You know,
It is- it's
like,
like a
that's
half-hour
a
show.
pretty solid sitcom.
it's more like
length.
what he was going for was like tortoise minutes
Right.
or tortoise years, a minute in tortoise years.
Right.
Yeah,
that would
much
be maybe a minute.
slower.
That would be
Yes.
maybe an actual minute.
Maybe an
slower.
actual minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lobster years.
Well, and I have some concerns also still with Justin. He seems to be talking about real things now, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I want to applaud him on that.
Yeah.
But his memory seems to be kind of bad.
okay.
Can't really remember me or my name. He knows I'm
right.
here, but it
He
seems
knows
like he has a
he knows there's
problem.
another one. With the people I've talked to who listen to the podcast, that sounds pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like
They're
they know you
they're
and
like
Gabe, but
Josh
then
and Gabe and the other.
There's another one.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's just on me for
Yeah.
not being more.
Well,
not saying my name more.
but now
Well,
I think
you hide behind a soundboard.
I was going to say you might be
It's true.
confusing
Now-
things. They might not even know
That
Caleb, but
hasn't
they
even
might.
been. There's no way he heard that last episode when he recorded that. That can't have affected this
But
this entry.
Maybe his next question will be Josh, Caleb, and that soundboard guy.
Yeah.
is
Well,
all.
that would be closer to who I am
yeah.
Yeah.
than just the other guy.
You are
Yeah.
definitely starting to more identify
as some kind of
the
soundboard man.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting if we could. Yep.
hit that.
Okay. Just sorry if you could kind of interpret that.
Hit the
I
nail on
just-
the head.
Yeah. Nailed
Oh,
it.
Nailed
Nailed
it.
it.
Nailed it. Gotcha.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, so that was a long message. I really appreciate and I enjoyed that this was a used car podcast apparently.
Okay.
Because they're the guys who like to use cars.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I like that.
I like that a lot. I like this question.
These questions.
These questions. The
pair
first
of 'em.
question is a really good one. Can I sue Toyota for calling a 2-wheel drive car a 4Runner?
Right. And we should say that even though we are professional people,
Yeah.
this can't actually be used as legal advice.
No.
First of
Good.
all,
That's a good note.
right?
Yeah.
Just let's get that clear.
It can
Right.
be, but if it doesn't work,
Yes.
we can't be held liable.
Right.
We are not
Right.
responsible.
You could take this like its
You
advice.
could use it that way.
Yes. Not responsible for its potential
Yeah.
and honestly very likely failure in a court of law. Whatever
Yeah,
the
right.
answer we might offer is.
Well,
Right.
I would have to say though, right away, the answer is kind of in the question.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
It's a 2-wheel drive car
Right.
called a 4Runner.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, it's not a 4 driver.
Right.
What did you think? It's
Yeah.
you can just swap drive and run.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just don't think that this is a good idea. I did happen across a sort of an axiom
Okay.
Oh
that
yeah.
I think might be applicable here. This is something I heard a while back, and it says compete with a hatter regarding who's more mental before you take a lawsuit to an island oriental. So
Okay.
So it's like basically this would be crazy to do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To get into a lawsuit with the Japanese car company.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, and he's also already talking about money problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you really? I think the answer is no. You shouldn't do this.
Well, hold on. We've got a little. Oh, to do the lawsuit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You shouldn't do the lawsuit because
Yes, I agree.
that's like I said earlier. Their answer's in the question.
Yeah.
This question is answered by your other question, which is, I need money, and I'm hoping my sister-in-law
Gotcha.
will. Or should I? Is it
So-
moral to
should
take this
I?
opportunity?
The answer to this question is in the implied context of the next question.
Right.
Yes.
Don't do it. Because it's going to take a lot of time and
Yeah.
money to even win.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And
these guys
you need money now.
these guys weren't even being paid to argue about it, and it took so much
just
time.
imagine.
It took
Yeah.
so
Just
long.
imagine
It's confusing.
how long you're going to be tied up in court, Justin.
Right.
Right.
That's they bill those lawyers. They bill by the hour, so
Oh,
it's a lot. It can add up
Oh yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
don't,
good.
You don't want to do this.
I don't think it's advisable, but go talk to a lawyer. Maybe you got a case. I don't know.
Yeah. Just give it a try.
Yeah, go talk to one lawyer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're not lawyers.
Actually, go talk. What I've heard is go talk to all of the lawyers and then choose a lawyer, and that way, any lawyers that they can't get any of the good lawyers because they're all
implied.
they have
That's
conflict
good.
of interest.
That's
you know?
good.
Yeah.
Get to Johnny Cochran right away.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Toyota's lawyer.
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah. It wasn't Ford's lawyer.
Nope.
No. The that's really interesting, and I really like that answer for this first question.
Okay,
Yeah.
first question
No.
handled.
First question
seems-
is just no.
Don't do it.
Answer is no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first question was no.
No.
What you say?
But I think we.
But
gotta-
honestly, talk to a lawyer because
Hot, 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 hot,
Yeah.
hot, 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 hot.
it's too hot for us.
yeah.
We
Well,
don't know.
it's interesting that you did say that we're not lawyers.
Yeah.
Because I was in a debate in high school,
Oh, okay.
and one of my friends' moms came up to me and said, "You should be a lawyer."
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So even though I didn't actually
Okay.
do the schooling,
I was
So
going to say
you-
that
As a-
isn't the same as being a lawyer.
as a
'Cause-
high schooler,
Yeah.
my friend's mom did think that I should be a lawyer.
And so you've been disobeying her.
Yes. I've been very naughty.
It's very naughty. It's very naughty to disobey your friend's mom in high school.
Yep. Yeah, she said. Well, she did say it as like kind of a should,
Okay.
not like a you have to.
You
Yeah.
must.
It's not a demand that she places.
I guess that's
So I'm
true.
not being all that
But there's
naughty.
an oddness.
actually.
There's an oddness in there. There's an
but-
implied
but,
like
I
you know,
agree.
the
I agree with
if you're
that.
not
relationship-
doing it, what are you doing?
The relationship would probably be improved if you had become a lawyer.
Definitely.
You
Yes,
probably
definitely.
would keep in touch with her.
yeah. Thanks for
And-
saying
Thanks
that.
thanks for giving me that good advice to become a lawyer.
I have to
I've been
thank my
doing the
parents.
I've
and
been
of
doing the
course-
other way.
Yeah.
Going the other way where like when people told me to do things in my life
Yeah.
and then I didn't follow through, I've been contacting them and telling them I'm still not doing that.
You're just keeping them abreast.
Not doing that.
I didn't do it and I'm actually really glad
It's
I did
fine.
because I
Yeah.
see people in that career and it doesn't look
It
good.
doesn't look like
something
doesn't
I
look
could do.
good.
So I'm glad I didn't take your advice.
Thanks again.
So maybe you should think twice before you tell anyone what to do.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean a judge. A woman we were friends with
A judge.
judge's daughter.
A judge's daughter.
We were. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding.
Yeah, she was a classmate.
She
of mine.
was, and she told me that I should be a lawyer too.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
So I haven't. Yeah.
And you're you've just been ignoring her.
I've been
for
calling
years.
her up and being like, still not a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no,
only
yeah,
thing-
Still haven't gone to school for law. So, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of okay.
Yeah, and
I don't like what I'm doing.
And her
but-
response to that is, "Thanks again for letting me know."
Has it been a week already? Caleb's weekly check-in.
Okay, Okay, I did. So let's get to the sort of the actual meat of the question.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to kind of. This is my summary of the question. There's a lot going in there, but I think it comes down to this. Sister-in-law wants to take over a $15,000 loan from Justin and his wife for their $16,000 car, and give them her $13,000 car. So basically, she gets the value of $1,000 when she gets the car, and then gives away like $13,000. So
Yeah.
she has a net, sort of in one way of conceiving of the transaction of, or I'm sorry, a loss of $12,000.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a huge gift from her.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we think?
It is incredible. Like it
Yeah.
seems like
Can I say one thing before we get
Absolutely.
into this
Yeah.
part? Just because I wanted to note,
Yeah.
Justin's hosting style is really fascinating. I really enjoyed a lot of it, but it was funny because he seemed to getting cracked up by things. He couldn't continue.
yeah.
He
Can you
said,
imagine
"Oh my goodness!"
making yourself laugh?
He was just dying about these certain things, and I was enjoying it just because
Yeah.
I like hearing him have a good time.
Yeah.
But some of the things that he got like really cracked up about was like talking about Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
Just mentioning him
Yeah.
really seemed to
I
crack him up.
mean, it is funny. He's
And-
bald. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something
Dave
to
Ramsey
that I'm
is
not getting.
inherently funny. He's the
Right.
subject of much fun.
All that wisdom, no hair.
And then the fact that another one I noticed is the fact that he has a sister-in-law
Yeah.
really just killed him.
Yes.
Seemed to kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, it is quite a concept.
And the car
Yeah.
and the car sort of coming with the marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
That
a
was
big
good.
one.
Now
for
that
him.
one I was like, there's something
That is-
funny
That
there.
is funny. Came with
There's
the
something
marriage.
funny
Yep.
there.
Like
I
some
agree.
kind of perverted dowry, you know?
And
Yeah.
that's crazy because
Yeah.
so the car came with the marriage. They've only paid $1,000 off of it.
Hey, I don't want to judge. There are.
That's for Dave Ramsey.
That's for
They've been
Dave
married
Ramsey
for
to do.
more than a year, I mean, he has a kid.
Yeah, yeah,
They've been married for a little bit.
yeah.
So I mean, what is this car payment?
But I think the question is they probably paid off a lot of the interest
Yeah. Okay.
and not much of the principal.
yeah.
Also,
No, I see
maybe
how-
the current value of the car is lower than what they bought it for.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. They're
you know,
underwater.
that could
with the
happen.
car. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to point out.
Yeah. All of the really
That.
Caleb, you were just looking for, you saw comedy gold.
Where you can really where you can take somebody's unfortunate situation and then just rub their face.
Right, yeah, exactly.
The way the best comedians do.
Right.
But look now. But part of why I feel like we can do that is because, hey, things are going maybe badly, and then now your sister-in-law wants to give you this huge gift.
Yeah. That's nice.
great.
Hey,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
that is really, really nice.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's an
really nice.
incredibly nice
Yeah.
gift. If yeah.
If you decide that that's what you want to do.
Should
How
you?
do
Guys,
you-
what are
How do you
some of
decide? Yeah.
what are some of the kind of watchwords of this situation? What do you think we ought to be taking into account here?
Clock.
Clock.
Yeah, clock. You got to clock what she's going. Also, watchword. as
Right,
well, clock.
watchwords.
Oh yeah.
Clock.
Clock is a
keys.
watchword. Right.
Clock is a
Hands.
watchword, but also you got to clock what
Hands.
What is
Yeah.
your clock where your sister-in-law's hands are?
Yes.
As far as like in her pockets,
Right.
or in
Right.
your pocket.
Is she-
is there some? Is
Is she putting a hand into her pocket and then taking her and then turning her pockets inside out and going I don't have
There's
no
a moth.
money?
Yeah,
There's a moth flying out.
a moth flies out with her last dollar bill in its mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
A huge moth.
She's in debt. She's in debt to the moth.
Now she's in with the moth. She's not. She's going to take over this car loan, and she owes $1 to a mom.
Wait, she owes $2.
$2.
Right.
She paid off.
Yeah.
It was a $3.
$3
It was a $3 debt, and
Yep.
the month got one of the last dollars.
So yeah, I mean, if that's the situation she's in,
Yeah.
that might not be the best
No.
to accept. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe there's. I mean, Justin pointed out himself. This could make for sort of difficult, awkward Thanksgivings.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, and this is actually something that I was wondering about because I agree it could, but it sounds like
Yeah.
it's her idea. She's offering it,
Right.
and you would hope that she's thought through it. I think that's obviously implied. He's hoping that she has thought through this.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, if you accept and she knows that she's getting absolutely fleeced,
Right.
Yeah.
then I don't know how would that make Thanksgiving dinner awkward, right?
You'd just be super happy. I mean, unless she doesn't come because the car broke down.
Yeah,
She's not there.
Right.
'Cause now she has car troubles.
Yeah. That would complicate it.
You'd all feel
significantly.
like
she's just not even going to be there. You're like, why isn't she here?
yeah, you're
And
wearing
maybe
a
you
new
would-
tuxedo.
You're wearing a brand new tuxedo that you felt at liberty to buy because you are now flush with cash. 'Cause
Your
you
wife
sold,
is in a ball gown.
you sold a $13,000 car, $12,000 car.
yeah.
So yeah,
And you're sitting there, and your sister-in-law's seat is empty, and you're just kind of trying to enjoy
yeah. You're
Thanksgiving.
you're like you're and
More
and
room for my jewels.
You call for another golden goose
Yes.
for dinner.
Oh, because it's so
Thanksgiving.
good.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Thanksgiving golden goose.
Golden goose.
for
If
Thanksgiving
you don't
dinner.
have a turkey, you get a golden goose.
Yeah.
If you don't have a golden goose, you get a turkey.
and most people don't.
and if
That's
you
why
don't-
everybody eats turkey.
And if you don't have a golden goose, you're the turkey.
yes. Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And frequently I am the turkey.
I have been the turkey
Yeah. I lay on my table.
my whole
for
dang
Thanks-
life.
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So
Looks like Dad's the turkey this year, kids.
I think there's one thing that you will definitely find is that favors like this, they might sound like something you can get away with, right? Yeah, having this, like taking someone up on this nice favor,
Yeah.
but you will. There are unintended strings,
Oh, yeah.
right? Even somebody with a bet, like they will start to pay attention to their relationship in a different way once they do someone a very great favor like this.
Right.
So that seems fraught. And so the Thanksgiving concerns seem warranted.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to know, like, it's tricky with a car. That's part of it for
Yeah.
me. Because cars just constantly lose value. You have to put money into them to keep them going.
Yeah.
There's limited things you can do to help her with her car.
Yeah.
So, like, it's so fraught
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yes.
You have to ask yourself, am I going to feel bad if I take her up on this and then the car, like, blows up?
Absolutely. That's part of it. And that would happen
Especially if you put a bomb in the car.
if you
Yeah, that- you
will
might feel
you
some
you can
guilt.
ask yourself, will I feel bad
Yeah.
if I blow up my sister-in-law's car?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
She'll just be clop.
That one's called
No, yeah.
splat.
Oh, sorry. She'll just be
That
splat.
one's that one's splat.
Yep. And also,
Hot, 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 hot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's the
That's the EMTs.
and she's mumbling. She's mumbling and
Yeah.
mumbling, and they're like,
What you say?
Yeah. Justin.
That's what she's mumbling.
and
is-
she's saying,
Excuse me.
hold on, she said that?
yeah.
Oh, that,
She's like, leave me alone.
it's like
So
excuse me.
don't.
What are you doing?
So Justin, if you do end up trading the car, please don't put a bomb in the car.
Yes.
Like
That would just be bad.
I hope that goes without saying.
well,
it's like
apparently hoping wasn't
I
enough because we
feel
did
like-
have to make sure that was spoken, that was said.
Well, no, I mean, I Yeah, I did say it, but I hope I didn't. I
Need
hope
to.
you weren't going to do it.
Right,
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Sometimes we need to. Sometimes I feel like it's good for us in terms of liability
Sure.
to cover all of our bases.
Yep. 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 Agreed.
So
and actually, you should, if she gives you her car, you should ask her not to put a bomb in it either.
Yes. That's huge.
that's good advice.
Probably
That's
a good
huge.
call.
I think one of the before I forget about this, I think one thing that you could do for your sister-in-law is have her listen to this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Sure.
That we're prizing the question apart in all these ways that, no offense, but Justin probably would not be able to.
Yeah.
Right.
He just is going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
going to
reach.
make
Some of
any
these things
kind
would
of
be out of
meal.
reach.
Yeah.
Just
It would be totally out of reach.
can't get the leverage.
He's trying to get out there, but then
Right.
it's just
Yeah,
too,
it was too slippery.
Questions
slippery.
over by the water fountain.
Yeah, and so the water's going up, and then it's
Yep.
or other way.
Okay.
It's coming down,
Water's going up,
Yeah.
and it's coming
coming
down.
down, and then it's splashing.
Yeah.
And then the man
Incredibly
runs
viscous
over.
water.
He skids, but not enough.
Yep. Wow, what an amazing what an amazing dramatization of
Hey, Caleb was clearly inspired by your
Yeah.
creative
I could just see it all happening.
endeavors at the beginning. He's creating
Yeah.
his own art over here.
and you know that I did thank you for kind of pointing that out.
Uh-huh.
This was something else I was thinking about was how hard it is to do what I did when I wrote that. It felt like that haiku really kind of captured something about Justin, and that's hard to do.
Yeah.
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 So I wrote another one called "The Problem of Art."
Oh, okay.
And please listen. This is another haiku.
Listening heads.
Yep, that's you and I.
Scribbler must catch him. He scrambles, escapes the pen. The cage can be small. Do you want me to unpack it a little
Yeah,
bit?
I think
Just
so.
a little bit.
Okay,
Okay,
that was
my
good.
mind's just kind of like,
Yeah. The scribbler in this situation is me. I'm the writer.
right.
Oh,
Okay. And you're trying to capture something about a person, right? Mm-hmm. So, but that can be so difficult, and people are elusive and unknowable. So it says the next line is he scrambles. That's Justin.
okay.
He's scrambling.
Yeah, right.
Okay, he's scrambling.
You're right. The scribbler must catch him. He scrambles, escapes the pen. Now there's something so interesting that's going on here.
Uh-huh.
Double entendre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dual meaning.
It's a dual meaning
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
the
for
idea
you
of the
English
pen.
speakers out there.
Yeah.
And you don't understand France.
Well, also a double entendre is usually,
Real false.
implies something a little more lascivious. That's usually the use case.
But it
for-
just means double meaning.
It means a double meaning.
yeah.
It does. But you're right that that's
I mean,
the-
everything French implies lascivious.
That's true. It
Yeah.
just sounds
true.
like
Like-
a real problem.
Like
French does.
dog.
Shin.
Yeah.
Le chien.
Shin.
Yeah. It's kind of a sexier word for dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't really like this area.
What? Talk about sexy dogs?
I don't like it.
Have you seen those poodles? They're French too, right?
Yeah.
That was
Wee wee.
Yep. That's why I've got a real problem. Okay. So escapes the pen.
yes.
The scribbler, me, is using a pen. But then also it's like capturing something, putting it in a pen.
Right.
Yeah.
What else could you put in a pen? Guys, go ahead.
bird.
Pigs.
Good.
A bird in a pen. It'd fly right out.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking cage because you say cage in the
But I
next
do
line.
say cage later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
pen.
The pen. You, and you did say pen in the question, so
Yeah, if his question was implied
Okay,
that he was using
Can you
a
ask
word
again?
later.
Can you ask me again?
Nope, you only get one chance.
A bomb. You can put a bomb in a pen if you want. James Bond did it.
James Bond in a pen. The cage can be small. That's the last line. And I think we know why.
Q
Yep.
did it.
Q did it.
Because the bombs are small. Mm-hmm. Bombs can fit in a pen, so now you can put that pen in.
Anyway, so that was just kind of as we're talking about sort of how evocative some of my writing can be.
Yes.
I did want to address what makes it so difficult sometimes
Yeah.
to do well.
It doesn't come
Right.
easy.
Right.
And then, that's obvious.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very impressive, Josh,
thank
and
you.
I think that the podcast is better for it. And I think that Justin can kind of, I think he's a rather creative guy.
Yes.
So I think that this is all going to be very instructive to him.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
probably
he
getting
does
answers
stuff
to
with
questions
pens.
that
Yeah.
he's not even asked yet. you
Well,
know?
I'm almost tempted to just kind of give our final answer and leave it there. But I think Justin would appreciate it if we explored the situation in a little different way.
Yeah, there's a few really good methods for this.
Yeah, one of the ones that we've been using a lot is to dramatize it, to put it into a scene.
Yeah.
To have Gabe and Caleb kind of work through it in a dramatic way, so you can really see sort of all the many facets of the problem.
Right.
And for those of you that maybe don't appreciate this practice, you can blame our mom. She said she thought it was funny when we did it one time. So
and my
So we
little
continue.
my little baby son, he also said that he likes it.
Okay.
And so that's helped me
That's so
think,
cool.
let's just keep doing it.
Okay.
So do you think?
Because people don't normally say that they like things about the podcast, so when something comes up, we're like, okay, we might be onto something.
It really
there.
gets my listening part of my brain
Yeah.
to go, hold on.
And so you
It
guys
makes me say, it makes me have the question.
Yeah, when somebody. Sorry, I ran over that.
you say,
Excuse me.
and then you say,
What you say?
Right,
and then they say,
Hot, 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 hot.
because they think it's
They love
they
it.
like
hot
it.
stuff.
Now, do you guys think you're getting the feedback because they remember that you guys are in the podcast?
Yes.
Because no one told me.
You
anything
haven't heard
about
that
this.
at all?
I haven't heard this.
I think it is. I think that's a lot of it. Is that Gabe and I are just better at self promotion.
Right. Yep. And now, what is your role now? You've been self-promoting.
My role.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you just make your Because this is what I did: is I made myself CEO day one.
Right.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
So like,
Right.
What are you guys doing?
Where have I gotten to?
yeah,
I'm the Grand Dragon of advanced answering techniques.
Yikes.
What are you, Gabe?
I'm the regional manager.
Okay, nice. And you used to be assistant to the regional.
Yeah. Well,
manager,
Gabe
right?
started all the way down in the mailroom.
That's right.
Right.
Working my way up.
Working his way up, and
Rags to
it is
riches.
nice because when it's self promotion, that's my thing. Is I'm just like I just go, well, yeah, I should.
About time for a raise.
About time for a raise.
Yeah.
No
It's
responsibility.
going to be a 100% raise on my $0 salary.
and that's how math works, Justin.
Yes. A little clue.
That is math that actually does math.
it does. That math
Is
it's
mathing.
mathing.
Yeah.
So we want to get into the scene. The cast is Caleb as the dad. Gabe is Ronald. He is the son. The situation is that dad has borrowed $6,000 to buy a Yamaha Wave Runner. The debt is now 3 years old, and he's only repaid $250 of the total. Ronald is confronting his dad about the debt. They're having breakfast at Wendy's.
Nothing beats a Wendy's breakfast, especially these new sandwiches they come out with.
Yeah, Dad. Thanks for taking me to Wendy's for breakfast. It is my favorite breakfast spot.
Yep, I knew it, and that's why I took you here. And I drove, so I think you
Thank
could
you.
do some of the paying.
Dad, I can cover breakfast this morning. That'll
Thank
be fine.
Goodness.
But I did ask you to take me to breakfast and offer to pay for breakfast.
Yep,
because
just had to make sure that was going to happen.
right, I knew that you probably wouldn't do it if I didn't offer to pay. And that's part of why I brought you out here. That's part of why you brought me out here. And I was just hoping that maybe you could consider, a little more financial,
Spit it out,
care and
Ronald.
caution. Listen, Dad, I think you made some pretty bad money choices recently.
Well, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say it's my choices. I'd say things have gone pretty bad for me. Yeah. Things sometimes, you try to do something and it comes flying back in your face, and sometimes that keeps happening. But is that because of my choice?
Yeah, I mean, well, you could say that since you bought that Wave Runner.
Great machine. You've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's lots of fun to get out there.
I saw your face
Yeah,
while we were riding it.
Yeah, it's lots of
I
fun.
look back over my shoulder,
Yes.
look down and see the joy that my son is experiencing as we ride across the waves.
Yeah, but I just don't know that it's when collections comes and takes the car, we live in a landlocked town. So we can't use the Wave Runner to get anywhere, but they come take Mom's car.
Uh-huh.
And that
she hardly uses it.
Well, definitely not anymore.
It can't tow the Wave Runner. So what use is it?
Yeah, I remember what you were saying to Mom about that. I remembered.
Yep.
But
Yep. And look, hey, some of these things, the cryptos, they don't always come back. These NFTs, I thought I understood them.
And I told you not to invest heavily in NFTs, Dad. I told you that was just it was just a bubble, and you.
I thought it was gonna work. NFTs of books.
NFTs of books.
Book NFTs.
It still
it's a page of a book that's an NFT. No one else can have it. Just me. It's a digital page of a book, a PDF.
Okay. Then, how are
then
we?
Someone cracked it. Someone cracked the PDF. Someone cracked the NFTs, and now everyone can get this PDF.
This is one of the issues that I was talking about. Something you should be aware of, that it's not safe.
How was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed to know? It's a non-fungible token, and now all of a sudden it's fungible.
I was telling you.
Well, I know, but sometimes you give me bad advice.
I guess, Dad.
Sometimes you told me to invest in things like, you loved those Beanie Babies, so I bought a bunch of those.
I like those because I was 3,
and now they're nothing. Now they're not worth anything.
And you keep blaming me for that, even though I would have been happy with just one, Cinder, the little sparkly dragon.
Well, I know.
You've got big reflective eyes.
I mean, but I was all I was saying is that when I take your advice, it seems to come back in my face too. It just seems like no matter what I do, but I can't stop. I gotta try.
I guess I'm curious to know what's a way that we're gonna get out of this. Dad, you're in a real bind, and my future's, because I'm your ward, is kind of tied up with your future. So I feel like I've got skin in the game here, Dad.
You do, and I'm gonna find it out. I'm gonna figure it out, okay? Because you might have think that I just bought the Wave Runner for fun.
And those when I talk about the Wave Runner, you do say, "Well, isn't it so much fun? Don't you have so much fun?" So
it is so much fun.
Seems like that's kind of the point.
That's part of it. That's one of the perks of the Wave Runner. But I bought it as an investment.
I think I've heard this before too. But is there a different way that this is going to really cash in, cash out?
Have you ever noticed you go out on the lake, you're enjoying time on the lake,
Uh-huh.
and you're wondering, how are these people getting their mail? How are these people that live along the lake getting their mail?
I assume that.
How is it happening?
Well, how did they drive to their house?
Right. How does it happen?
Via a mail truck on a road.
But then you go and you park the Wave Runner, you get off on the bank, and you kind of snoop around, and you see, hey, there's no road that goes into this place.
No.
Some of them you see a road, but some of them you don't. And there's no mailbox. And you go down and you see, oh, there's a mailbox down here by the boat. So.
Okay.
By the dock.
By the dock.
by the dock. Where the boat
Okay.
goes. Boat home, dock. No, first of all, you go, okay, so wait, is there mail for the boat?
Right.
That's just being delivered for the boat through here? Or is there some kind of way that you could set up a lake-based mail delivery system, right? Because what you're thinking is, oh, it's just going to be the postal office, right? Which is a federal agency. So
Right.
my thing is FedEx on the lake.
So
UPS on the lake, a private delivery agency that is lake based.
The dad has the thought maybe it could be called FloodX.
Nope.
But Dad, I still don't understand how that is gonna. That's gonna take capital, and that's gonna take a lot of time to get everything, all of those wheels in motion.
Well, we start with one wave runner,
Yeah.
and it's a fun time. So you don't have to pay people as much to do the job.
Okay, yeah. Maybe. Okay, well, maybe you could rent it,
Rent it out when you're not
and
delivering.
they pay less if they take on sort of a DoorDash
Sort of a
model.
DoorDash for
They
delivery for packages.
They take
Yeah.
they pay less if they take on some deliveries while they're out there having fun on the lake. Okay, well, you've had worse ideas. That's definitely
Oh,
true.
It definitely beats the making stuffed animals out of cats' hairballs idea. I had.
Right.
Using
Yeah.
that as filling for cat dolls.
No, those.
And it was cat dolls, and it said more cat than you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think FloodX is, or whatever you were.
Wait, how did you? Oh my goodness! What are you? How did you? I didn't even let that come out of my mouth. How did you know?
I have a pretty good idea of how your brain works now, Dad. I've been around the block.
Wait, did I say that out loud?
No, I just
actually say it
assumed
out
that
loud?
that's what you were going to name your. But I'm just gonna throw out Doc Dash if that's gonna be,
That's better than what I was thinking.
Right.
I was thinking flood dash.
Anyway.
It seems like you're on board with this.
Breakfast
Come on
potatoes
aboard.
those
Come
potato
aboard.
wedges are.
Come aboard on Dock Dash.
Well, Dad, I love you, so I don't want to see you fail, and I want I want you to be able to follow your dreams, but also I'm just kind of tired of bearing all this responsibility.
It's not on you.
But
This is my debt. Just my debt, mine alone.
I know, but like I said, if you keep making these bad choices, it has already affected me. I have to walk home from school a lot of days because mom's car was repossessed.
And that's good for you. Builds character.
It is. It's fine, and I do get a lot of good thinking time in on the 7 or 8 7. It's really about 7.5 miles on the way home. So it's
And how
plenty of
long
time
is
to
that
think.
walk in dog years?
How long is that walk in dog years? Well, if I'm walking about 3 miles per hour for a boy my size, that's a pretty good pace. And there's 60 minutes in and out.
Let's just say it's a long time.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess if I was counting it in dog years, I'd be much more upset with you.
Sometimes it's easier for me to figure things in dog years.
Yeah.
Which some would say has led to
Right.
many of my problems.
I was gonna say.
We cut ahead to another setting. They are back at Wendy's on Thanksgiving.
Lunch.
Thanksgiving lunch.
Ah.
Well,
love
Dad, I can't say I'm surprised that this is where we are.
Well, I just had to bring you back here to celebrate the great success that Doc Dash has become.
And what is your metric for success?
We haven't been sued. Successfully.
And
Yeah.
scene.
Very good.
Wow.
Okay, so that
Yeah. Money and family.
money and family,
It's tricky.
you see how complicated it is.
Right.
Yes.
Even when somebody has kind of the best of intentions
Yeah.
and really solid ideas about how to invest
yeah.
Right.
and sort of use money and develop business ideas,
Absolutely.
it can still go wrong.
And it's hard because sometimes they won't kind of admit the risk that they're bringing
Right.
to the situation.
Right.
All the parties won't admit what's actually going on.
Right.
Because, and it gets hard then because then you got to talk about, then becomes like a real value judgment on each person inside the relationship.
Right.
And it can't just be business,
No.
it's personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, my actual, especially after taking on the role of the person, the young boy. When I was playing the young boy, I was
Yes.
thinking that it's no fun.
I was
It's no fun
surprised
at
about
all.
how young you were.
I was just little.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought it might have been interesting, and this is no fault of either of you, to explore how he had gotten $6,000 to lend to his dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
That seemed kind of
That's
interesting
true.
because he was so young.
Yeah.
I just assumed, these kids doing Twitch,
You think he was
video
a
game
streamer?
stuff, streaming.
Yeah.
I guess I just
You just
assumed
assumed
all
for some
that.
reason,
Did
this-
you have a sense of a
Well-
particular game or sort of
I was thinking. Well,
that
I
you would have
mean,
been?
I was thinking of this lad is
Yeah,
more
your
of a
kid. What would your kid do?
the boy that I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your boy. What kind of boy would you be?
He runs a very successful YouTube channel that focuses on sharing science facts. In,
oh,
in
okay.
YouTube
He's not
shorts.
playing games.
No, but he's getting tons of ad revenue, and he's got a lot of really good business collections. He's connections, and he's obviously concerned about his future. He's thinking about his future, but for the audience, you don't have to worry about him. He's going to be just fine. He's got plenty going for him.
And are most
that
of the
is
facts
huge for me.
about like asexual reproduction, like different animals that do that? Is
Yeah.
that part of it? So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not just to be sure that it's not going to get gross.
Right.
Like you're not going to get into gross.
Anything
Facts.
gross,
It's just
nothing
all about
nothing
asexual
French,
Right.
reproduction.
nothing
Yeah.
French.
Yeah, and he's
Worms,
kind of
annelids and how they reproduce.
he's kind of making the argument that like humans need to figure out how to do this, and it is kind of coming from a place of deep fear for him. He's really worried about that process,
Yeah.
encountering that process as
Yeah.
he ages.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of anxiety, a lot of apprehension about it. So he's kind of hoping that by the time he's of the age that those things would be
Right.
expected of him,
he can just cut off a finger
exactly,
and have a son.
that would be his boy.
Yeah.
His finger would be his boy.
So just think about how complicated that relationship would be.
Yeah.
And, and now if there was some kind of financial, situation between this finger son and, and the dad.
How happy he is that his father
Right.
made so many good decisions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
it's crazy because it just seemed like now when we think back on it, like, why was the son being such a twerp to his dad?
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
that's just-
making so much money and like,
But that's
you
just
know,
kind of how
and then kind of rubbing your father's
you
face.
can't get away from those dynamics. Your dad's your dad. Like that's just
Yeah.
that's
and
just
$6,000. I mean, $6,000 is for just about anybody is going to weigh on the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$6,000.
Yeah,
Imagine
totally.
12.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just
True.
half.
That's
Yeah.
even just half of
Yeah.
what Justin's
And there's
thinking
another example of
Yeah.
how math works.
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a couple of axioms I sort of drew out of
Great.
this, and we can. I think this might kind of help us sum up our thoughts. I'd be
Sure.
I'd be.
Oh, I
interested
hope
to
so.
Hear you guys.
It would be
kind
a
of
huge
interact
bummer
with
if it actually spurned on more discussion.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be the wrong thing to do.
Well,
Right.
no, I mean, I'm hoping that it does.
Oh.
But that it's very short.
Okay.
So here we go. Sooner a scorpion stuck in your craw than a debt of 12,000 to a sister-in-law.
It's true. I mean, scorpions are delicacies in some countries, but
But if it was stuck in your craw,
Inside your
No.
head.
in your craw,
in your craw.
you not know what a craw is?
I mean, I thought it was like your head.
Oh,
No.
Like, are you saying
That's
like
stuck in my
you're,
craw?
You're just thinking about
It's kind of
in
just
your
the whole
mouth?
mouth opening
It's a
area. Yeah.
your mandible?
yeah,
Yeah.
like your maw or
Maw
craw
or craw.
I thought those were just different names for your parents.
maw and craw.
No, ma is actually for mom. Pa is for
I mean,
dad
it's not great if there's a scorpion stuck in your craw.
Craw- craw is a baby.
Your
No.
dad.
No.
Oh, craw is a baby.
because they crawl.
Yeah.
The craw around.
They crawl around on all
That's
fours.
true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not affecting you.
Yeah, try this one on. Maybe this one gets a little closer to the issue. Better your bottom scorched with a blister than owing $12K to an in-law sister.
Yeah, that's going to heal
good.
faster.
Yeah, I got one more.
But is he owing her that?
I think I came up with one.
Did you?
Real quick.
I want to hear it.
Lots of folks say Justin is short. After this deal, his sister-in-law might take him to court.
yes.
And I was
That's
trying
good.
to do something with
That's
rather
not
than
much of an axiom.
you might get
Right.
sister
not
rather
much
than
of an axiom, more just like
Yeah.
something two things that rhyme.
Yeah. This one I think might
Okay,
translate
sorry.
really well to kind of our current. It's more. It kind of feeds into the zeitgeist. I think.
okay.
Okay.
I'd rather punch Bane and risk my sorry life than accept a dozen thousands from the sister of my wife.
A dozen thousands.
A dozen thousand. I love that. That's like that seems like a real old way of talking about money.
Right.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Wow. Those are. I mean,
Punch Bane.
yeah. That's
and
helpful.
Bane is like a weak guy at this point. Is he being all baned up?
Deflated.
Is he
No.
deflated
This is Bane at the
He's-
height of his powers. This is. I'm thinking he's down there on
In
the
the arena.
football pitch,
Yeah.
and you run up. Right there.
Run up and punch.
Punch Bane.
And I mean, yeah, I would rather do that. You would
Yeah.
seem like a really cool guy.
There
To
are some
all the
additional
other
benefits.
people, all the people watching. It's like
Yeah.
that man just ran up and
Yeah.
punched that supervillain
Yeah.
right in
Crazy.
the face.
Yeah.
You're like,
Round one.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's the round is
And then-
very short.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
also-
the only one.
Round one and done.
It's partially because you're so mad because you're listening to Bane and you're like,
Excuse me. What you say?
yeah.
because he's hard to understand.
It's hard to
Instrument
understand.
of your liberation.
It was a choice that Chris Nolan and Tom Hardy made together.
Yeah, you know, Tenet. One of the things with that is that you're not supposed to actually be able to hear any of what's going on.
Yeah.
That's actually part of the movie.
Choice.
Is that
That's good.
you shouldn't be able to actually hear any of the dialogue.
Yeah.
So
It's bad. I'd say it's like
Yeah.
this. You know?
Yeah, that's Nolan taking a big old
But
slip
that's
and fall.
art
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You know, that can be art.
That's true.
So
It's
Yep.
true.
Yep. He's just taking a bite out of all of our.
yeah, that's right. All of us voluntarily going to movie theaters and paying that Christopher Nolan.
Not me. This was me at the movie theater.
Yeah, you didn't go.
Yep.
Good for you.
You walked up, you were about to go. You were running.
You couldn't wait.
Yeah, this was me
What changed
going
your
up to the
mind?
movie theater.
Right.
And then I saw
That's
that
leaving
it
your
was all
house.
sold out. And I turned around.
Ran right
The
out of
door
there.
was closed. I ran right in.
Smacked right into it. Guys, if you like the way that we answered this question, maybe you've got a question of your own you'd like us to take a shot at, you can send those. We're looking for an audio file of some kind to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. And we're looking for about a minute in length. You can see sometimes we'll allow slightly more.
Yeah, a dog years more.
Yeah.
According to Justin. Not
According to
really.
Justin.
A tortoise's years more of
According
time.
to us.
Yes.
Yep.
So anything else that we need to deal with right here at the end, guys, before we hear a song and go out?
Has anyone sent in a picture as a question?
Nobody's done it.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan, if you're listening, come on the podcast. Defend yourself.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah. Love to have him
Any high-profile Hollywood director.
Sure.
Christopher,
Let's take some more shots at other.
Christopher
Let's-
Nolan's assistant.
Yeah.
Come on. Defend your master.
Come on.
Yeah.
Defend
Hey,
your-
Christopher Nolan's assistant. Schedule him to come on the podcast.
I dare you.
Yeah.
I double dog dare you
Yeah.
to schedule Christopher Nolan on this podcast.
I bet you won't.
I bet that even though it's almost a certainty that you will hear this,
Right.
that
Yeah.
you will not actually
Hey,
follow through.
I got something. Truth or dare, Christopher Nolan's assistant.
Yeah.
Has your master,
Truth.
Christopher
He
Nolan.
says truth.
Has your master, Christopher. Well, you get to ask the question and then they decide truth or dare.
Right. He says truth.
So I say, has your master, Christopher Nolan, ever made advances on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can either tell the truth about that,
Yeah.
Yep.
or accept the dare of scheduling Christopher Nolan
Right.
to come on the podcast.
Right?
So either way, ruin his reputation.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, our first question will be, have you ever made advances on your assistant?
That's guaranteed. Guys, thanks so much for listening.
Especially. Thank you all for being listening heads this week.
Yes,
this
thank you
week.
for being very generous listening heads.
Yep.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Try to put it in properly. The sum of all you've done for me. Couldn't keep it mentally. Increases exponentially. Start it up again. Money. More than 10. All God's money. Show me how you fill the cup. 'Cause it's not adding up, no it's not. It's not adding up. There's a brewing remedy to come off so airily. My mind forms so to believe. I'm manifesting hopefully. Start it up again. Morning. More than 10. All God's money, show me how you fill the cup. 'Cause it's not adding up. No, it's not adding up. Someday soon, you may find me great. So wrong the prayer, particle away. Start it up again. Money. More than 10. All God's money. Show me how you fill the cup. 'Cause it's not adding up. No, it's not. It's not adding up. No, it's not. It's not adding up. No, it's not. It's not adding up. No,